In the summer of 1997, Formula One photographer Darren Heath was carefully reviewing photos from a recent Grand Prix. One particular shot caught his eye. The brake discs on Mika Häkkinen's car were glowing as he navigated a turn. This seemed unusual because drivers typically don't brake mid-corner if they're aiming for speed. Heath decided to dig deeper. After some investigation, he discovered something surprising. There was a hidden third pedal near the driver's feet. McLaren had developed a brake steer system that allowed them to slow down one of the rear wheels independently. This simple setup, which cost only $65, involved an extra cylinder and brake hoses. The system helped reduce understeer and made the car about half a second faster per lap. Mika Häkkinen was the first driver to test this new system. Right from his first run, he saw an improvement in his lap times. Initially, the team would decide which wheel to brake based on the specific track. Later, they added a switch that let the driver make adjustments on the go. Other teams started to notice something was up and tried to figure out McLaren's secret. During the Luxembourg Grand Prix, Heath managed to snap several close-up photos of the car, confirming his suspicions about the extra pedal. Rival teams demanded the technology to be banned, and soon enough, the brake steer system was outlawed. But by then, McLaren had already racked up several wins. But this isn't just a motorsports thing. Modern sports in general are closely tied to advanced technology. Innovative gadgets have become a crucial part of both training and competition. However, not all devices are allowed without restrictions. In the world of sports, there's a long list of accessories that are banned by regulations. In this video, we'll take a look at some banned inventions in various sports and learn why these restrictions are important for keeping competition fair. In American football, players have long sought ways to gain an edge, often using sticky substances, aerosol sprays, and adhesives to improve their grip. Each time the league bans one method, another emerges, and this time was no different. A new generation of gloves entered the scene, featuring a surface coated with a special polymer that improves friction. The layer is just 0.5 millimeters thick, yet it significantly enhances grip. The material, based on a silicone composite, activates upon contact with skin and air. These gloves weigh 200 grams and maintain their stickiness for up to 30 games before losing effectiveness. Puma's Fast RB Nitro running shoes are designed with groundbreaking cushioning and carbon plates that give a strong boost with every stride, helping athletes run much faster. The upper part of the shoe is made from an ultralight fabric that ensures a comfortable, snug fit. However, there's a catch. The sole height of 58mm goes against professional sports rules, which means these shoes can't be used in official competitions. But for casual runners, this feature offers an incredible sense of lightness and power. The shoes are lightweight at just 355 grams and can last up to 500 kilometers. The sole is built with 3 plates, one full-length carbon plate and 2 plastic ones in the forefoot area. This mix of layers and materials creates a unique dynamic when the shoe hits the ground. And yes, you can get yourself a pair. The Fast RB Nitro are priced at $400. In 2009, the LSU Tigers baseball team took home the NCAA College World Series title. The previous season, they hit 100 home runs, and they hit even more during their championship run. Team captain Ryan Schimpf alone hit 22 home runs, with 3 of his teammates hitting more than 10 each. Their not-so-secret weapon? The Easton Stealth Comp CNT bat. But things changed the following year. The balls weren't flying out of the field like before, all because of new regulations that had come into play. Composite bats were banned because they had too much of a trampoline effect. The old certification process measured initial ball speed, but didn't consider how the bat boosted acceleration. The Eastern Stealth Comp CNT was packed with advanced technology. The barrel had a diameter of 66.7mm and a balance rating of -3. Its CNT carbon fiber structure maximized energy transfer, and the handle flexed 1.5 times more than metal bats. Today's bat standards have been updated, but the Eastern Stealth remains a legend. It didn't just help LSU win, it changed the game entirely. Imagine your lenses darkening and the world disappearing for a split second, then flashing back into view. Your brain kicks into high gear. This isn't magic, it's how you train with the Strobe Sport training glasses. Designed for those who want to see more clearly, react faster, and move with greater precision, these glasses are very simple. The lenses intermittently turn opaque, forcing the brain to process information quickly. 4 modes allow training with both eyes together or separately. The creators claim that just 5 minutes of use 3 times a week can make a difference. Athletes report that the game seems to slow down, and the ball or target becomes more visible. The glasses also help filter out distractions, allowing for instant decision-making. While they won't be allowed at the Olympics, anyone can buy a pair for $400. On April 12, 2009, during the Heineken Cup rugby quarter-final, England's Harlequins faced off against Ireland's Leinster. The score stood at 6-5 in favour of the Irish. Tom Williams stepped onto the field, and moments later, blood poured from his lips. Coaches panicked, medical staff rushed in, and Williams was substituted for medical reasons. Taking his place was Nick Evans, the team's key player. However, the final kick missed its mark, securing Leinster's victory. What could have been an ordinary defeat turned into a major controversy. The blood was fake, produced by a capsule filled with red liquid. An investigation revealed that the English team had used this trick before. Suspensions, fines, and resignations followed swiftly. Club director Dean Richards was banned for 3 years, physiotherapist Steph Brennan for 2. Williams himself received a 12-month suspension, later reduced to 4 months. The scandal became a defining moment in rugby history. To this day, the Harlequins' name remains tied to the infamous Bloodgate scandal. This scandal came out of the blue. Young Belgian cyclist Femke van der Driesch was headed for victory, and no one questioned her skill. But inspectors from the Union Cycliste Internationale spotted something odd. Her bike moved too smoothly, and her speed stayed steady even on tough climbs. A routine check turned up nothing unusual. Then, they used a magnetic resonance scanner, which revealed what everyone had been whispering about: a hidden motor inside the bike frame. The Vivax assist system was nearly invisible. This small cylindrical motor fits neatly into the seat tube. A cylindrical gear extends to the bottom bracket and links up with a Shimano Holotech 2 crank axle. With a simple button press on the handlebars, the motor kicks in, helping with pedaling and reducing effort. The motor can run for up to 90 minutes, generating 200 watts of power. The whole system weighs less than 2 kilograms. When turned off, it doesn't add any resistance, so the bike rides like a regular one. The system's pretty expensive and costs $2,940, but Femke van der Driesch paid an even steeper price. Her fine amounted to $18,000. The chess world was rocked by a scandal straight out of a detective novel. Reigning champion Magnus Carlsen accused young Grandmaster Hans Niemann of cheating. The drama unfolded in September 2022, when Carlsen resigned without making a move. A silent accusation. Carlsen had previously lost to Niemann, ending his impressive 53-game winning streak. It's important to note that Niemann's reputation was already tarnished, as he'd been caught cheating twice before. The situation took an even stranger turn when an online theory surfaced, suggesting that Niemann used a remote control vibrating device. According to this theory, an accomplice in the audience transmitted hints using Morse code to signal the correct moves. Niemann found the speculation amusing, jokingly offering to play completely naked if necessary. Alexander Ovechkin made a striking entrance into the NHL, sporting a mirrored visor. A few seasons later, the visor disappeared, replaced by a shaded one. The reason behind this change was that the New Jersey Devils goaltender Martin Brodeur argued that his visor gave an unfair advantage by hiding the attacker's eyes. NHL general managers voted to ban such accessories, but the rule never made it into the official rulebook. 20 years later, Ovechkin and Brodeur still bring up the visor incident in interviews. Speedo made waves in the swimming world with the LZR Racer suit, crafted from nylon and polyurethane, which completely changed the game in terms of hydrodynamics. The suit has no traditional seams. Instead, it's held together with laser welding. It doesn't absorb water and reduces skin resistance by 24%. In March 2008, swimmers wearing this suit shattered 13 world records. At the Beijing Olympics, a staggering 94% of wins were credited to this innovative swimwear. Even NASA got involved, providing wind tunnel testing facilities and fluid flow analysis software. However, this success came with a downside. In 2009, the LZR Racer was labeled as technological doping. New rules were introduced that banned full-body suits and limited the thickness of the fabric used. The legendary LZR Racer became a thing of the past, but its shorter versions, the LZR Racer Jammers and knee skins, are still used in competitions. You can still buy Speedo products starting at $44. The 1970s was a truly unique era for Formula One, and the Brabham BT46B was a standout example. Making its debut at the Swedish Grand Prix, it won the race right off the bat. What made this car special was a fan at the rear that created pressure under the chassis, pushing the car down onto the track and providing phenomenal handling. The mastermind behind this design, Gordon Murray, knew his team couldn't rely on the traditional ground effect suction used on the Lotus 79. Instead, he found a loophole in the rules. Officially, the fan was there to cool the engine, but in reality, it generated additional downforce. Naturally, rival teams were outraged. The car was so fast that Brabham owner Bernie Eccleston instructed his drivers to slow down to avoid attracting too much attention, but that wasn't enough. Competitors began complaining that the BT46B was kicking up stones and dust onto the track. It wasn't long before the car was banned. The Brabham BT46B made history as the only Formula One car with a perfect record: one race, one victory. During intense physical activity, the body can struggle to get enough oxygen into the blood. Breathing speeds up and the heart beats faster, but sometimes that's not enough. When oxygen levels drop, the body switches to anaerobic mode, leading to lactic acid buildup, fatigue, and cramps. Supplemental oxygen can help prevent this. It reduces lactic acid levels, speeds up recovery, and improves focus. Research shows that inhaling oxygen increases blood oxygenation and extends muscle endurance. Professional athletes use oxygen before events to prepare their bodies and during competitions to recover faster. In sports like American football, oxygen tanks are a common sight on the sidelines. Runners and track athletes rely on them to prevent cramps and reduce the risk of injury. Supplemental oxygen is available in lightweight portable canisters. It requires no prescription and can be used by both amateurs and professionals to enhance performance. However, this wasn't always the case. It wasn't until 2010 that the World Anti-Doping Agency removed compressed oxygen from the list of banned substances. In golf, precision is key. The Argon laser putter uses 3 laser beams to help players align their shots perfectly. Unlike with typical laser pointers, nothing blocks the view here, not even the ball. This innovative putter is priced at $70, but the accuracy it offers is invaluable. Another option is the precision putting laser, which attaches to the top of the club and shows the exact direction of the stroke. Research indicates that 97% of golfers misalign their shots and then try to correct their aim mid-swing, often leading to missed shots. This device helps eliminate those errors. The set includes a tripod and a storage case, priced at $40. Given these advantages, do you think these clubs should be allowed in pro competitions? A neat stack of playing cards lies on the table. At first glance, they seem perfectly ordinary, but viewed through infrared lenses, hidden markings appear, almost invisible to the naked eye, but unmistakable to those who know where to look. Marked cards are created using special infrared ink. The markings come in 2 types: large symbols in the center or subtle indicators along the edges. These cards work in tandem with special glasses or lenses. Another method involves hidden cameras, eliminating any risk of detection. The markings are designed to be invisible without a camera tuned to a specific spectrum. Through a display, an accomplice reads the information while posing as just another player. The most sophisticated technique involves barcodes scanned by tiny cameras. These codes, placed on the sides of the cards, remain undetectable to both the human eye and infrared lenses. Only a scanning camera can decode them, transmitting the information to another person, who then relays it to the player via a hidden earpiece. For those who prefer a more hands-on approach, there are even rings with highly reflective surfaces. The lengths some will go in order to win. Ambilievable has launched the world's first 3D printed dampener for tennis rackets. This innovative technology makes the accessory more durable, comfortable, and customizable. The device securely attaches to the racket handle, significantly improving the feel of each shot. Rising star Mario Nicolas Alarcon, ranked among the world's top tennis players by the International Tennis Federation, has praised this innovation. Encouraged by this early success, the company is already offering sponsorship opportunities for professional players. Both amateur and athletes can order this dampener, at least while the technology remains legal. The next device isn't banned from the Olympics, but professional athletes don't use it either. The CoreSuit Pro Suit helps strengthen core muscles and refine technique. Over time, swimmers become faster and more precise in their movements. The CoreSuit Pro works like a traditional wetsuit, but without restricting motion. It comes in a universal size for anyone aged 12 and up, and the price is $250. In 2010, 2 brothers, Ryan and Adam Goldston, with no background in the sports industry, created sneakers that helped wearers jump higher. They poured their last savings into advertising, not expecting the storm their invention would stir up. Agents, players, and coaches all wanted a piece of this new technology, but it wasn't long before the NBA took notice. After conducting several tests, the league decided to ban the Goldston sneakers. The issue was the load end-launch technology, which, unlike regular cushioning, boosted the wearer's vertical leap by 8.9 centimeters. The design essentially turned the shoes into a mini trampoline, making the wearer feel like they were defying gravity. Priced at $300, the sneaker saw a surge in sales after the ban. In the mid-2000s, the cricket world was rocked, not by a player, but by a piece of equipment – a bat reinforced with graphite. In April 2005, the Marylebone Cricket Club launched an investigation into whether Ricky Ponting's famous Kahuna bat followed the rules. The main concern was whether the carbon fiber coating gave him an unfair advantage. The manufacturer, Kookaburra, insisted that the coating was no thicker than 1.56 millimeters. However, the International Council had its doubts, suspecting that the graphite layer affected how the ball behaved upon impact. Investigators also looked into corking, a method that lightens the bat by replacing wood with cork. In February 2006, the verdict came down. The bat was deemed illegal. By October of that year, the ban extended to all graphite-reinforced bats. But the ruling didn't slow Ponting down. His post-2006 stats remained impressive. Maybe the secret wasn't in the bat after all, but in the player himself. Running a marathon in under 2 hours? Most people thought it was impossible, until Kenyan runner Eliud Kipchoge proved them wrong. His record wasn't officially recognized, but not because of his performance. The issue was the Nike Vaporfly shoes he wore. They were just too effective. Research showed that their design improved running efficiency by 4%. The sole contains hidden carbon plates that redistribute impact energy, while the cushioning reduces muscle strain. A special foam returns more energy than traditional materials. World Athletics stepped in, introducing new rules that limit the thickness of the sole and regulate the number of carbon plates. Any new shoe model must now be available for purchase at least 4 months before a race. However, these rules only apply to professional sports. Amateur runners can still use whatever shoes they prefer. The Bandit SB golf ball is perfect for those looking to maximize their distance. Its smaller diameter of 4.19 centimeters cuts down on air resistance and boosts flight time. The high-energy core with high COR technology ensures the ball travels fast upon impact. The aerodynamic design, featuring 338 dimples, helps the ball move more efficiently through the air. This results in more powerful shots and a steadier trajectory. TrackMan tests show a 10% increase in distance, but the benefits don't stop there. The smaller diameter also makes it easier to sink putts. While this ball doesn't meet official tournament regulations, it's perfect for casual games. It retails for $30. The Elite Heavy Break Cue is designed specifically for delivering powerful shots. Weighing 765 grams, it's one of the heaviest cues available on the market. Crafted from Canadian maple, it features a shortened taper with a wooden pin. The black finish on the forearm, phenolic tip, and black Irish linen wrap with white speckles highlight its premium quality. Some leagues have prohibited this cue because it exceeds their weight limits. However, it remains a bestseller on Pooldog, favored by many players for its performance. Table tennis might seem pretty simple, but there are plenty of tactics to outsmart opponents and secure a win. One controversial method, often seen as cheating, involves using paddles with long pips that reduce friction between the ball and the paddle surface. According to the rules, these types of rubbers are not allowed. However, enforcing this rule can be challenging. Referees may not always have the expertise to determine how much the paddle affects the ball's spin. If a violation is caught, the player is disqualified. But if the player manages to keep it a secret, the match continues as usual. In 1976, Tyrrell unveiled one of the most unique cars in Formula One history. Chief designer Derek Gardner took a daring approach. The car featured smaller front wheels tucked behind the wing, and to make up for the lost grip, there were 4 of them instead of the usual 2. The chassis was an aluminium monocoque with independent double wishbone suspension and coilover dampers. Powering the car was a naturally aspirated Ford Cosworth DFV V8 engine with a displacement of 2,993 cubic centimeters, mounted longitudinally. In 1976, the car weighed 595 kilograms, increasing to 620 kilograms in 1977. The Tyrrell P34 secured a victory at the Swedish Grand Prix, but by 1977, its design had become outdated. The car's dimensions and weight had increased, and the small front tires became a disadvantage. The project was eventually discontinued, and Formula One returned to traditional 4-wheeled cars. Nubia Red Magic smartphones are designed specifically for gamers. They feature a built-in cooling fan to prevent the processor from overheating during extended gaming sessions. The high refresh rate ensures smooth visuals, and additional built-in controls on the casing give players an extra edge. Due to these advantages, the Red Magic series is often banned from esports tournaments. The built-in triggers, ultra-high refresh rate, and advanced cooling system are seen as an unfair advantage. To maintain fair competition, organizers prohibit the use of these phones in tournaments. MSI has introduced the MSI MEG, the world's first gaming monitor powered by artificial intelligence. It features a 31.5-inch display with a 3840 by 2160 resolution, offering crystal clear visuals. The monitor boasts a 240Hz refresh rate and an ultra-fast 0.03 millisecond response time. It's equipped with AI SkySight, a machine learning-based technology that highlights objects on the screen and marks opponents in games. While this can be a significant advantage for players with quick reflexes, it raises questions about fairness in professional esports. The release date and price for the MSI MEG have not yet been announced, and there is no information on whether these monitors will be allowed in official tournaments. Bench shirts are designed to safeguard the upper body from injury during heavy lifting. While not officially banned, there are some considerations to keep in mind. The thicker the material, the more effectively it stabilizes the muscles in the correct position.
Beautiful, perfect.
Easy.
That's the lightweight for you.
Easy.
A specialized cut with sleeves and a collar pulled forward enhances safety when handling heavy weights. Bench shirts provide a spring-like effect when pressing the barbell and resistance when lowering it. Because of this, competitions are divided into equipped and raw categories to ensure fairness. The Adidas Predator boots are iconic in the world of football. At one point, they sparked intense debates among those who valued fair play. In the early 1990s, the use of rubber elements to enhance shot power and spin was seen as unfair. This innovation marked one of the first major technological shifts in football footwear. Adidas was well aware of the controversy and even fueled it with bold marketing campaigns. One advertisement highlighted the boot's benefits: better control, more spin, and increased power. Another ad playfully stated, 100% legal, 0% fair. Today, you can buy these boots for $140.